Okay, Dara. This is your formula for the number of combinations of n things that can be taken r things at a time. So you got 22 students chosen 6 at a time. So that would be n factorial over n minus the r factorial times r factorial. All right, so that's 22 factorial divided by 22 minus 6 factorial times 6 factorial. Well, here's what that works out to be. It's kind of messy. That 22 factorial means 22 times 21 times 20 times 19 times 18 times 17 times 16 times 15 dot 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 all the way down to times 1. That's your numerator. 22 minus 16 is what is that? 16 factorial. 16 plus 6, 22. So that's 16 factorial. So that's 16 times 15 times 14 times 13 times 12 all the way down to times 1. That's this part. And then 6 factorial is 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. Now, since this 16 up here goes all the way down to 1, and so does this 16, we can nicely cancel all of those out. All right, and then I'm going to have something else left I can put in the calculator. You can do some canceling, but it's probably just as easy to put it in the calculator and get a fractional answer. And let's see, 5 times 4 makes 20, so the 20 cancels. 3 times 6 is 18, so these two together make 18. We'll cancel that 18. And then 2 will go into 22 and make an 11. So I'm left with 11 times 21 times 19 times 17. And punch that in. Let's see, 11 times 21 times 19 times 17. And it came out, and that's the correct answer, 74,613. That's 74,613. But that's just the denominator, because that's the total number of ways that 6 people can be chosen. Some of those ways have 3 guys and 3 girls. Okay, so that's my denominator. So my denominator is 74,613. All right, the numerator is going to be choosing 3 boys and 3 girls. But for every combination of 3, you could have a different combination of 3 girls. So the numerator is your 9 boys, choose 3 of them, times your, 13 girls, choose 3 of them. And so my numerator is going to be 9 factorial over 9 minus 3 factorial times 3 factorial times 13 factorial over 13 minus 3 factorial times 3 factorial. And let's just work that out real quick. 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 dot 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 times 1 over 9 minus 3 is 6, so that's 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, and then I've got a 3 times 2 times 1. And then over here on this 13 is 13 times 12 times 11 times 10 times 9, 8 all the way down to 1. 13 minus 3 is 10. 10 times 9 times 8 all the way down to 1. And then 3, 2, and 1. All right. And let's do some canceling. 6 all the way down to 1. Cancels these 6 all the way down to 1. And let's see, 3 goes into 9. 3 times 2 goes into 8. 4 times. So I'm left with 4 times 3 times 7. And over here, let's see, from 10 all the way down. That cancels out these down there. Let's see, 3 times 2 is 6. 6 goes into 12 twice. And so I've got 13 times 2 times 11 there. So my numerator is 3 times 4 times 7 times 13 times 2 times 11. So that is 3 times 4 times 7 times 12 times 2 times 11, no, 13 times 2 times 11. And my numerator is 24,024. That's my numerator. I didn't label that numerator. And so that's going to go up here, 24,024. So now take your calculator and figure out what that fraction is for your probability. I'm just going to divide that by 74613. And it's going to be ugly. It's about 0.321, 0.322. I don't know how many decimals your teacher wants. If you need more decimal places, it could be, that'd be 0.32198. Anyway, if you need 4 decimal places, it'd be 0.32. Let's see, that would round up to right into 4 places. That would go up to 0. That's going to make it to 0. So those are your decimal answers. But your calculator may change that to a fraction for you. If you hit math and select frac, it comes out to be 104 over 323, and that's a better answer. Is that right? 323? Okay.